The Greenland ice sheet affects ice sheet would increase the level of the oceans by 7 meters.
Yeah, Biden also doxed a whole bunch of special forces agents too, by the way. You're going to find out about that. Just let you know. Well, things you should know. That's all you should know. All right, back to the thing. Hello, everybody. Thank you guys for clicking in. Some bombshell stuff I'm showing you guys. This is breaking. Nobody's talking about this. I haven't seen it anywhere yet. And we've got Biden. Let me get out of the way right quick and go ahead and just roll into this article because it's just crazy, man. It's totally circumventing the Constitution with no checks and balances. And I don't know of anybody that's even talking about this. But this story by Samantha Chang. Okay? Chang, I don't know what, I don't know. Don't know what nationality that is. I'm not even going to be a nationalist. But, okay. Biden quietly puts unconfirmed secretary in presidential line of succession, and this is of grave concerns. You're like, well, that would be Kamala Harris. You would always, you would think because something happened to Biden, then the vice president steps in and does, fills that void or fills the crevice or, whatever. Joe Biden's dumpster fire presidency continues to make a mockery of the U.S. Constitution, spotlighting once again that a motley crew of incompetent stooges is running the White House. You've got Dr. Feelgood. He's the one to call Dr. Feelgood and cocaine in the White House. Motley Crue hanging out with Hunter Biden. By the way, Vince Neil not doing so well. If you go to a Motley Crue concert, the COPD kind of kicking his ass. In the latest abomination, Biden was called out for sneakily inserting. Biden's been known to do that too. Small children. Temporarily a cabinet level official and a presidential line of succession. So if he's inserting things, what would he be inserting on us? In a scathing statement Wednesday, Republican Senator Katie Britt of Alabama blasted him for flouting the Constitution and improperly elevating acting Labor Secretary Julie Su to the line of succession. Julie Su. Okay, that last name, Su. Okay. Who is Julie Su, guys? Who is this? And how does this even work, by the way? How does this even work? Here's Julie Su. Let's kind of expand the picture a little bit. And I want you to just use a little bit of your own judgment and try to figure out what is going on right here. The great Ben Stein once said recently that it almost looks like we're living in an occupied country. I mean, let's think about that for a minute, guys. Let's go back a few years to the great Eric Swallowswell and talk about his line of succession and how he was put in key positions because of a certain actor and or possible Chinese spy. What was that? That Fang Fang chick. I think that's her mom right here. Is that Fang Fang's mom? You go in there and you get that Swallowswell right. You make sure he is feel good. You love him a long time. Have you ever worked on a horse farm before and you have to do things to horses because certain things happen to their genitalia if it hangs out too long? There's Biden over there. There's the horse trainer person in that. I don't know. Just think about that for a minute. Anyways, now you've got a great mental image of what this woman's job must have been. There's as a possible Chinese spy sitting right there at the podium of the White House. I don't know if that's the fake fucking White House or if that's the real one or not, but there's a good chance that's something popping off there. That Julie Su is in charge of our labor, and her main goal and her job is to put a real kibosh on independent business owners and how they operate under certain conditions, because she wants to be able to put the thumb on the small business owners, because those people can gain financial strength and power and be a problem to the system that could be possibly coming in line, because in the occupied country that we are living in, allegedly, acting labor secretary Sue, she was deputy labor secretary before Biden nominated her for the job, which made her very hard to get out. All the Republicans opposed this woman. So even the Rhino Republicans opposed this person. And it says right here that independent contractors are going to suffer the most because as many as 64 million American workers to lose their access to flexible work. In other words, like if you know a guy that can come in there and work for a few days because he just works odd jobs, he's self-employed, he makes enough money where he supports himself and doesn't want to work for somebody, but just works enough to get by or do whatever, however that might be. Her main goal is to stop on all that, which that could actually affect some of the illegal labor that'd be coming in here. So that's weird. I don't know. And I'm sure it has something to do with digital currency and all this fun stuff, social credit score, because that's what the Chinese people thrive. They love digital credits, digital currency and social credit scores, different things. And her as acting labor secretary could really help to usher in a lot of that stuff a lot faster than it normally would be organically. So there's a lot of explanations and wonders of what's going on behind the scenes when it comes to the labor secretary. But here Biden is going to secretly appoint her if something happens to him. And we have recently seen with his nutsack chin that there's a good chance that something really bad is about to happen to Biden, quote unquote, or the one wearing the, face mask Biden. Which one is this, by the way? Okay, this is earlobes attached Biden. Okay, so that's the one we're looking at now. All right, good enough. So, which one is this one? It's earlobes attached. I'm just starting to kind of get an acclimatization to what's going on. But how does this even play out? Who in the world is allowing Biden to act in this manner without any kind of legal oversight? I mean, where's the Supreme Court come in play? When do they say, okay, time out guys, there's a big problem here. We've got stuff going on that's really crazy. So in the comment section, let me know what you think about that. And I've got Sydney Powell. And this video is supposedly after she pled guilty to charges that relate to where she's going to testify and for the plaintiffs, which I guess means that she'd be going against Trump, or allegedly. And I don't know if this video is before or after that. I don't know, but I'm going to play the video and we'll see how it ages out. I'm not going to claim it's after. They say it's after her guilty plea. I'll go ahead and do this now so that we can go ahead and knock this out. I'm only going to play a certain section of it because it's 8 minutes and 31 seconds long. But I want you to kind of we're going to touch a lot. Plus, it has some words in there that are really not YouTube friendly. Today, I'll try to get it out on Rumble. And like I said, I'll label the video as unknown date of release. We're just going to do that. So just to clarify anybody in the comment section, I don't claim this to be complete. We'll find out in a little bit. We'll just see how it ages out. Okay, guys? Watch this.
Let me ask you a basic question. Do facts matter?
Yes, they do. I hope we get to them one of these days as to what really happened in our election and all the people who are responsible for it.
I don't even know what channel this is. Just trying to figure out. We're just getting some stuff out here, guys. We'll just let this information kind of roll out.
How did you come to be involved in the election effort post the election?
I wish I knew. It was like this huge tsunami hit us. I was in the area at the time. I had worked with Mr. Giuliani for a few days before on another matter. And the next thing I know, I'm smack in the middle of it. And people are pouring in with offers of help and wanting to investigate, wanting to give us affidavits, wanting to tell what they saw happen in their specific areas.
Okay, so I'm going to skip through to, hopefully I can get this right. Yeah, this is a perfect spot. Okay, now watch this. This is at the end of it. I kind of went through a lot of the middle because some of the terminology and language used in there is really sketchy as far as what YouTube allows. So watch this.
There's a lot of track covering going on out there in the various states because of what happened in this election, and they know they were wrong.
So in the end, it's you and Rudy Giuliani against the system, isn't it?
I wouldn't. No, there are a lot more people involved than me and Rudy Giuliani.
What do you have in your case? You have a bunch of dodgy affidavits that don't add up. You have a group of people with dubious credentials.
That's your characterization. That's all your characterization.
So far, you've provided no evidence.
You might as well be working for Dominion and Smartmatic.
I'm just waiting for you to provide the evidence.
Yeah, well, you'll see it in court.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, like I say, don't know the age of this video, but I've went through some of the comment sections of other content creators and whatnot, and it turns out that there's some more court hearings that she's still going through, and she made the comment that there was, we're just going on the premise that this is a legitimate video afterwards after her guilty plea, that there's other people working on it as well, other than her. It's people we don't know about. And it would make perfect sense for that. I would just say, if you think about how they need to run this operation so that they can actually legitimately investigate with what's going on and keep the heat off of the real people, you've got to have cutaway guys. The left does it all the time when they use, for certain psychological operations, they have cutaway people. And those cutaway people are to isolate any damage done while it's actually going to investigate, under whatever the process might be going on. Whether it be burning down a courthouse, whether it be burning down a church, whether it be going after Trump and having to go hide him in a bunker, or whether it be somebody in a courtroom that could have possibly done damage to him while he was just in his thing, or basically whenever you're actually doing all this crazy stuff when it comes to all the charges under statute of limitations that shouldn't even be heard in the court. That's what's going on with Trump right now. So you got to have cutaway guys for stuff like that. So we'll see how this ages out. I mean, and thank you guys for tuning in. And if you can, just hit that like button. Hit that like button so that people know that you like this stuff, or not you, or them, but the algorithm. We're trying to train this algorithm in the direction of conservatism so that AI can tell everybody that the Alexa thing, that thing that Jeff Bezos with the Amazon. People are getting reports that's openly saying what happened in 2020. How it was, that we know where we got this installation of this dude. Yeah, please forgive my terminology. But there is other things going on as well. 2 Tennessee teachers cited for prostitution say they've been doing this for years to make ends meet. And these 2 teachers, by the way, I don't know if it's going to show you a picture of these guys. Or it's a dude and a dude. It's some transgender people, man. I don't know. We'll see if we can pull up a picture at some point in time, and I'll try to get it out on my Twitter page, and you can check it out under One William, One Arch, and see who these people are. But I've seen a picture. It's not pretty. It's definitely not good. Basically, I don't know who would pay money for that. That would be like paying a lot of money for really bad stuff, like movies you go watch nowadays, because of our infiltration of all of our arts and culture that's been taken over by globalists to make everything shit, so we don't know how bad it sucks. We'll just take anything that's a little bit less than what we've seen far as bad. Like, oh, that's not as shitty. So we'll take that, And there is a $10 million defamation lawsuit against Whoopi Goldberg that was won by Riley Gaines, which is a good thing because Riley Gaines has been fighting real hard for actual women's rights. for something that women have been fighting for a long time. And there's this really funny meme going around, or not a meme, but a video of an actual lefty liberal signing away the 14th Amendment right for women's rights. Like, yeah, I'll sign that for women's suffrage. Yeah, I'll sign it. Dummy. Pink's got a mystery illness. And if I'm not mistaken, doesn't anybody remember Pink's commercial with all the people with that COVID splotch on TV about how it was, she's like, it's this COVID thing, and it's the spike protein that's on the commercial, and she's like, yeah, get it now, put them all in you, everything, put as many of those things in there as possible, get them all, and now she has to cancel concerts and other upcoming dates and get-togethers because of a mystery illness that is occurring to her right now. Just kind of putting that out there a little bit, guys. Yeah. 44 years old and hiding that Adam's apple, I think. Anyways, long story short, that all the stuff that she's been doing for her health has made her completely unhealthy, allegedly. It's just a little FYI in case anybody forgot what was going on. And Trump got a big win too, guys. Trump declares victory as judge hands out him a massive win in a class action lawsuit. I don't know anything about these companies, about ACN, and I know what an LLC is, but some kind of an agreement with an ACN opportunity, and it had to do with Trump's brand. Because of Trump's brand, he was able to bring in a lot of money for this company, and people that invested in it made money. Everybody made, but there was 2 people who supposedly did something where they didn't. I read the article, and because of the fact that I'm not up on the whole ACL thing and all that neat stuff, I just want to say that he got a big win. And wins a big. He wins in this class action lawsuit where he's not being sued, so that's a good thing. And maybe there'll be countersuits and sanctions to come on those attorneys after that, and they can kind of recoup some of the necessary costs that it took for this to happen. Just getting that out there. Now, if you know anything more about that, put it in the comment sections, and there people would love to know. This is where you can actually interact with the channel and become part of the team that does what we do here. And I openly accept anything that information that comes to help me, so I can bring articles out. Stephanie Kerr brought one out and showed me about Bill Gates briefing the CIA, FBI people about the fun vax. And if you got some spare time on your hands, go do some of the alternate websites or like your Rumbles and some other things, and look up or BitChute's got some weird stuff on this too about the fun vax, and you blow your dick off. My wife says say that, not tits. So we've got okay. So there was some threats to a Republican person that I talked about this yesterday. And there's an audio of it, and it's pretty bad. The threats that were made to this person, to the person's wife actually, and I don't want to play it because of the dude's cussing a lot, and I just question all that. I don't know how legitimate those I mean, as far as like the side that it's actually coming from. Was that one of us that did that? The talking point seemed real. What do you call that? Those feds dress up in the white, the tan khakis and blue shirts. What do they call that? Patriot Front. It sounds real Patriot Fronty to me when I listen to it. But I of course, I want to believe it's not us. It could have been one of a MAGA person just at its wits' end and making some seriously terrible remarks. And if that's the case, we don't need to go that route. That was not good, but it just sounds Patriot Fronty to me. Maybe it's because I'm just an optimist, but I want to urge our side to call your lawmakers and your local constituents and anybody in your area. Call these people, but you need to do this in a way that's not. You can't be mean like that. You can't be threatening people. You can't be bullying people. You just need to express your views and try your best to get these people to hear how you feel. Don't go to saying anything that's real mean like that, because that causes a lot of damage on our side. So just to clarify that, I don't condone any of that stuff. But it sounds real Patriot Fronty to me. That way there's talking points for people not actually going in that direction, and or just intimidation in general, because intimidation is a really big factor when it comes to how some of these lawmakers work, because if they're intimidated to do their job, they're going to move in a certain direction that's not good, or whatever direction is the opposite of what we were looking for. So we got to remember that, guys. Let's see here. There is... let's see. General Flannery released a statement, says he believes Q is a major psyop. I do. We won't read into the article. I want to show you a few things on this Twitter's, just what's going on. Biden. By the way, Q is. I think that whole thing was a big psyop. I think it was a big psyop. Just to kind of like. Yeah, you just got to mess with people. That's what the CIA does best, and they'll slap the water and see what comes out of it. So they mess with people and see how people react, and that helps them move in a direction that goes with what they want to do in their narrative. So when people bought into the Q stuff, which had a lot of legitimacy behind it, because that obviously means that there's a good chance people behind the scenes that are actually pulling these strings released certain information that was key, so that what they predicted would come true, because they already do, because they were the ones behind the scenes. Just think about that. Think about that. Okay? And everybody associates Trump and Q. Sure, if you want to. I think I'll just stick to just doing what we're doing here and just see how it plays out, because I don't really need... There's so many videos coming out that shows Hillary Clinton's been this and this, that, and the other and whatnot and all that there and all when it comes to other people that's been... Which, don't get me wrong, Jamie Foxx, possible clone. Fetterman, possible clone. I'm not against believing into that stuff, but there's also an aspect of things that don't really make sense when it comes to how the, we'll stay out of that area, but just be very careful when it comes to Q stuff. Now, when it comes to Russia, these people, that's some lulls right here. That's some lulls. I'm trying to think. I want to make sure I don't forget anything else that needs to go out. Arkansas's governor, Sarah Huckabee. I'll leave us on the lulls. Just hang out for a second. Stick with me for just another few more minutes. Sarah Huckabee Sanders actually signed legislation, and it's gone through, where the Chinese people, Syngenta, the seed making company, actually has to get the land back. She said that what they're doing is to cause harm and damage to the people around her, because they're using sensitive information about our growing procedures to attack our farmers. Okay, and then we've got Julie Su, that's Labor Secretary. Julie Su, guys, think about that. What Biden has done. I wanted to show you where it shows that, where Huckabee was talking. Oh, I love the memes. But I guess what we'll do, we'll wrap it up. We've got a lot. Today is Friday for me. I don't know when you'll see this video, but of course we do run a real business. A real business going on in the back. I take time out of my day to bring out information and videos, and hopefully I can help people, just kind of walk the line, whatever. But watch this Russian video of Biden's. This is I don't know who done this, but watch this. This is funny. Oh, it's terrible. Terrible. I'll see you guys. I got a customer pulling up. We'll stop thing. We'll get this out in a little bit, guys. Lots of love. I'm out. Peace out. Please hit the like, subscribe, and share.
Got my red dress on tonight, dancing in the dark in the pale moonlight. Summer hair, real big beauty queen style, high heels off, I'm feeling alive. Oh my God, I feel it in the air, telephone wires above. Oh, sizzling like a snare on the arm. I'm tired, I feel it everywhere. Nothing scares me anymore. Kiss me hard before you go. Summertime sadness. I just wanted you to know that baby, you the dust. I got that summertime sadness. Summertime sadness. Got that summertime sadness. Oh, oh, oh.